Okay, so proper way to lube your chain. You want a good chain lube. I personally prefer Tri-Flow, which technically speaking isn't a chain lube, but with these O-ring chains, it's really all the lubricant that's needed because your grease is actually inside the chain rollers and sealed by the little O-rings that are on either side of these side plates. And as long as that O-ring is in good shape, and that's one of the things the lubricant does, is keep that O-ring wet and lubricated so it can move with the chain. That grease won't come out. So a lot of lubrications going on, especially with, I personally hate the chain waxes, but a lot of it's a little excessive. Anyway, what I see a lot of people do, the biggest mistake is they'll take and lube the chain from back here. And what happens there is you get that nice and wet looking, and the first time you take a ride, it just all flings right off. The proper way is to take the inside around the chain, like right here, and lube like this. What you want to do is make a couple passes down the side plates and the rollers. And that's nice and lubed up. Now, the other thing I do with these, so I put the newspaper down to catch all that mess. I take this newspaper, and the excess is going to be on the outside. So I'm just going to wipe off that excess. And that'll keep it from flinging all over the place. Also cleans up the side plates a little bit. And what happens now, since the lube is all here, it works its way into the chain. And when you ride, it's actually centrifugal force deeper into the chain rather than being flung right off the outside. So that's the way you want to lube it properly. Also, I'd recommend that you do this right after a ride where that chain is hot, and that'll promote the lube penetrating into the around the O-rings and into the side plates area.
So how often should you lube the chain?
In normal conditions, dry, it's not getting wet or anything, I would say with an O-ring chain, about every 300-400 miles. If you're riding, for example, back east or in the south where you get a lot of rain and it washes that off, then you might want to lube it more often. But most O-ring chains, every 200 miles is going to be plenty enough. And I've actually, most of my bikes probably about 400 miles is average. I've had that 520 chain on my CBR 900 last me 30,000 miles, so